Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Good to have you with us. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Atlanta Hawks. And now we'll send it out to Atlanta to join Kevin Harlan for the opening tip.
And we see the Hawks ready to get to work. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. And tipping off the NBA season, here are the starting lineups. First for the Pistons, Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. And it's Andre Drummond at 6'11", 275 pounds, the big athletic presence out of the University of Connecticut inside at center. Then it's Johnson, and it's Ilyasova in at the four-man position. And then for the Atlanta Hawks, Teague and Korver in the backcourt. And holding down the middle, a tremendously hard-working and versatile big man out of the Dominican Republic, Al Horford. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha, and it's Millsap in at the four spot. You look back last year, and the Hawks were incredible at home last season. Not a bad way to help unveil that beautiful statue of Dominique Wilkins in front of the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and so much went right for the Hawks. And adding that statue of Meek was the cherry on top. Very classy move from that organization.
You know, for the Hawks last season, they ended with a 35-6 record at home, and that was the best in the East and the second best in the NBA.
And it's the Pistons to start out. Outside Jennings. Tipped away. Johnson kicks to Ilyasova. Pass to Jennings. He dishes it to Ilyasova. It's back to Jennings. The feed to Ilyasova. Now here's Jennings. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. Sinks the three-pointer. Jennings has got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Pistons.
And for the Hawks, it was a good year to get the city. No, take that. It was a great year to get the city talking about basketball again. And Atlanta hasn't always rallied behind this team, but boy, did they show up more than usual last season.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. First quarter, just over a minute played. There's the dish to Ilyasova. Another miss by Ilyasova. Detroit on D. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first game of the NBA's regular season.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
Yeah, and as they renew acquaintances, if you're the underdog, you always want to show, hey, we've got something new up our sleeve. Should be fun.
They get the rebound. Here's Korver. And finally, that one's good.
And there's got to be some defensive help there. I mean, the size difference is just too great.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Teague against Jennings. Feeds to Ilyasova. Clock at 6. Here's Drummond. Soft touch off the glass.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Teague with the ball. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Stan Van Gundy.
He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
All right, Doris, thanks. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Outside Jennings. The kick out to Ilyasova. Gets to the corner and buries it. Ilyasova's got his first 2 points of the night. The Hawks trail by 5. Outside Teague. Teague left side. Horford the pass to Cephalosha. Bangs home the trifecta. Cephalosha's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you look at Horford's game offensively. His mid-range jump shot is as pure as it gets. You got to say, he's probably in that Dirk Nowitzki territory from out there as far as accuracy. Doesn't possess the range that Dirk has, but from mid-range, as good as it gets.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Korver. Millsap a screen on Johnson. Cephalosha with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Korver missing again.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Meeks dishes to Johnson. Into Ilyasova. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Horford.
And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
That one is off. And we were talking about Ilyasova. There's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. It was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out to open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game.
Good on the second free throw. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late, but you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
Here's Jennings. Following the basket by Paul Millsap. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. He kicks it to Meeks for 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And I bet most people forget that the Pistons did make the playoffs for 8 straight years before this current drought. It's been a long rebuild process for them recently, but I think they're making progress and moving in the right direction.
Now here's Korver, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Korver's got 5.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Drummond with a screen on Teague. Jennings kicks to Johnson. It's back to Jennings. Ilyasova sets a screen for Jennings. Detroit, no good that time either.
And for the Pistons, they seem to have a direction and plan now that just wasn't the case before. It won't be easy to get back into the postseason, but I really feel like they are on the right path.
The Pistons trailing. And Meeks kicks to Johnson. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
And guys, he's not the tallest or most imposing wing player, but Stanley Johnson has incredible strength and really unmatched confidence. One reason why so many were high on him in the draft.
And that one falls for Johnson. And for Johnson out of Arizona, Greg, his strength, as you were talking about, is his biggest asset. Helps that he has this incredible arm span. And Clark, you know what? He told me he likes to play the 2K game.
Yeah, he does enjoy that. He likes to play the real game, too, because he's hyper-competitive, and I think he's got a chance to be a superb defender at the NBA level. You know, not many saw it coming last season with the Hawks. I mean, they just ran away with the Eastern Conference. It was the first time they took the East since 1994.
Now here's Millsap into Al Horford. And stolen by Drummond. Ilyasova, a screen on Millsap. Meeks passes to Drummond. Jennings dishes to Meeks. It's back to Jennings. Buries the long-range jumper. Jennings has got 6. And with the Hawks and the East, they just dominated the rest of the division. 39 of the Hawks' 60 regular season wins came in conference.
Yeah, and across the board, the Hawks statistically just dominated all Eastern opponents. They shot it better, played better defense, took better care of the ball. They are set up to be a factor in this conference for a long time.
And here is Teague following Brandon Jennings' 3. Korver, no luck.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Great pass to set up the lay-in. Meeks got his second bucket of the game to go.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Korver. 5 points in the game. Korver missing again.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me.
Jennings against Korver. Jennings kicks to Ilyasova. 11 feet away, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical, dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Jennings against Teague. Drummond passes to Meeks. Pistons passing it around. 6 to shoot. And here's Ilyasova outside. The Pistons rebound. And Meeks kicks to Jennings. Pass to Ilyasova. And that is good. Ilyasova's got 5 points so far.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside to make them beat you from deep. I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Jennings. 8 points for him. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
The Hawks trail by 7. Korver dishes to Teague. Atlanta calls timeout.
Getting big money, playboy, with them gangsters.
And the Pistons, entirely new group now out there.
Well, Kevin, we've got a moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. 2nd in assists, 2nd in three-point field goal percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in shooting percentage. This is a team that knows how to execute its offense and get good shots.
And from those assist numbers, you can see this was a very unselfish team. Their passing was really infectious and made them a tough team to defend.
Here's Mack. Splitter sets a screen. Mack the pass to Splitter. Splitter with a screen on Jackson. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Jackson, that's good. The Hawks trail by 8. Splitter with a screen on Jackson. To Bazemore. Off target from the wing.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Matt. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Morris dishes to Caldwell Pope. He feeds it to Jackson. Five to shoot. Morris takes the three, and another three for Detroit.
They haven't been able to stifle him defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
Now here's Schroeder looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Mack. Bazemore for three. Rebound, Detroit. Tolliver's got his third rebound tonight. It's Jackson with the drive. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Splitter sets a screen. Bazemore inside the three-point line. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hand. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Jackson. He has 5. Pass to Morris. Off target from three-point range.
We got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches in every play.
And it's slammed in by Splitter.
Ooh, and that dunk had some anger to it. I mean, usually he's content to just go up and get the finish with the soft touch.
Not that time. The big man looked like he had something to prove there.
Well, when it comes to finishing ability, he does have something to prove. He's been known to trick some layups here and there.
The drive by Jackson. It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. And the Pistons making a change here. A 3-ball, and no good trying to get that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Pistons on top, up by 9. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. Brooke Lopez and the Brooklyn Nets take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies. Big time hoops coming your way.